Hey, Jason Palliser here, and in this video, we're going to talk about tax lien versus tax deed. So we get this question all the time. It's no secret that tax delinquent properties are my favorite lead source of all time. But depending on where you live, you're either a tax lien state or a tax deed state. And then if you're really quirky, sometimes you're a tax lien and a tax deed state. So there's a hybrid of all this stuff going on. So it's really hard for you to get a rhythm and attack the best niche of all time with the biggest spreads when you find a way to be a solution for a homeowner. If you have all these things floating around in your head and you're not sure what a tax lien is versus a tax deed. So let me start to spell this out for you. Okay. So let's talk in terms of tax lien versus tax deed and some things that you need to figure out for your area so that you move forward intelligently, right? That's what you're here to do. We're here to make you a sharper investor. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that when we drop more good information, you automatically get it. It's our goal to turn every investor in America into the best pro in their city that they choose to be in, whether it's your own city or whether you do it in your city and other cities virtually. End of story. The more educated you are on what you should and shouldn't be doing and the moves you should or shouldn't make and why, the more you win the game. So let's get into tax liens and tax deeds. Okay. I'm going to start with tax deed states because they're streamlined. They're a lot easier. Okay. Here's what a tax deed state is. If you live in a state, and you can find this out on Google when you're done with this video in 2 seconds flat. And by the way, if this information is valuable, share it to other people. The more you guys share it, the more people tell us what they want to learn from us next is the fastest way to get us to do more good content for you to be a super investor. Okay. So what's a tax deed state? Tax deed states are a lot easier, pretty straightforward. States put rules in place to collect their delinquent property tax. They're not going to just let homeowners simply not pay them. So they put rules in place to make sure that they get their freaking money, right? So if you're a tax deed state, here's kind of how it works. Now, it's your responsibility on your end as the business owner to find out time frames. And I'll just use Missouri as an example, where I do a lot of business where I grew up. Okay. We're a tax deed state. We're the hybrid. We're a tax lien, tax deed, but we're talking about simply the tax deed side of things right now. So in Missouri, once you fall 3 years behind on property taxes in the St. Louis area, when you're 3 years behind, you were slated for tax sale in August. Okay. Okay. So you're slated for tax sale in August, and in July, the city comes out with a list of 200, 300, 400 delinquent tax properties that are going to tax sale. And then you go to the tax sale and you bid on the properties, and they usually start the bidding on those properties at however far behind they are on taxes. So if it's 10 grand, if the property's worth 100 grand as it sits, everybody goes to the tax deed sale and you bid on it, right? They say, hey, we're going to start the bid on 123 Canyon Lane at 10 grand, 11 grand, 12 grand. And let's say you bid 15 grand. I bid 16 grand. Mike off camera, 17 grand, 18 grand. Let's say you win the bid at 40 grand. Okay. At a tax deed sale, you win the bid at 40 grand. It's worth 100. No one in America argued that you got a good deal, right? So you win it. And then depending on what state you live in, you got to put 10% down, or sometimes they want all of the money that day. That money is going to be held in escrow if your state has a property redemption period for the homeowner. It's like a protection for them. Hey, even though they lost it to tax sale legally, you have legal right to title of that property now. If there's a redemption period in your city, state or city, that means that even though you won it, your money sits there in escrow. So even though you have title rights to it and you won it, a tax deed sale, the homeowner, if there's a redemption period, these are the things you have to find out for your area. Like we have a 1 year redemption period. So that means even though you won that deal and you got to park your 40 grand there and it's a good deal for you, right? The homeowner has 1 year to redeem, pay their back taxes on the property and rip the house back from you because you ripped it away from them. Those protections are put in place to protect the homeowner because, quite frankly, states just really want their money. So they're over the moon about the fact that you've already ponied up the money to pay the taxes. That's all they want. That's why they put these laws in place. Okay. But you need to find out a few things. So Now, what do we need to find out before I go into tax liens and tell you the difference? Okay. So some things that you need, if you're taking notes, some things that you need to do so that you're prepared to attack this niche the right way. Okay. One of them is this: find out how far behind on taxes someone has to be in your state or city or county or whatever before the house goes to tax deed sale. Is it 2 years behind? Is it 3 years behind? 4 years behind? What is it? Okay. Then find out when and where they have the tax deed sale. Some states just do it online now. It's an online automated bidding software that you go into. A lot of them still do where you go to the courthouse and you just wait your turn and everybody bids on the tax sale, right? So you have to find that out on your own. So you find out how far behind before it goes to tax sale, then find out when they go to tax sale. Like as an example, in Texas, there's tax sales every month. So there's a tax sale every freaking month, which is amazing to me because it's my favorite niche of all time. So you just need to find out when that happens. Sometimes it's in March, sometimes it's in August, sometimes it's monthly. You need to figure that out on your own so that you know how to operate. Okay. Then you need to find out, when do they release those properties? Sometimes they release it 6 months ahead of time. So you have 6 months to review all the properties, do your research, drive by the houses before you start to bid on them. Right. And, sometimes it's 30 days. In St. Louis, it's 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. So they release them about 4 to 6 weeks before it goes. So you need to find out those things so that you can look to, attack the right way. Okay. Now, here's what I would tell you. If it's 3 years behind, what I would do is go get a list of all delinquent tax properties, and I would attack the ones that are 2 years behind, 2.5 years behind, that are getting ready to lose it. Because like I said, 1 year behind could be an accident. Probably not, but 2 years behind in the history of mankind has never been an accident. Okay. So you want to focus on the ones that are going to be the most motivated, right? And so that's what I would tell you to do. And that's what a tax deed sale is. It's pretty clean cut. It's sold at tax deed sale. You now have deed/title to the property. The only thing slowing you down from taking that asset and selling it to somebody else or renting it out or doing whatever you want is there a redemption period for the homeowner to come rip the property back? Okay. And we have some nasty techniques. Mike's off camera going, no way I'm teaching that. We teach that in the 2-day blueprint. I teach you how to rip properties right out of investors' hands. Where they go to the tax sale and they have to have the money available to put in escrow. I can show you how to do it without needing any money. So if you want to know more about that, then put it in the comments. Say, hell yeah, I would like to learn more about that. And or just go visit us and schedule a call at 2dayblueprint.com, the number 2dayblueprint.com. And we're more than happy to talk to you about it because we're very serious about showing investors how to win the game and win it at a much higher level of sophistication than the competition, way cheaper. And as I said before, not having to walk into a tax sale with bags of money. Okay. Now, having said that, let's move over to a tax lien state, which is a little different. So same rules apply. How far behind does somebody have to be before you can buy a tax lien? Meaning you buy the delinquent tax and they place a lien, and now you have a lien against that property, and now you're owed the tax money, which means you put the money to buy the lien. Now the state got their tax money. So a tax lien state is just a little bit of an extra step. So in tax lien states, what they do is when you're behind, find out when they're behind, when the tax liens are sold. And some of them, and FYI, some of these tax liens say some of them give you a guaranteed return on your money. So if you bid on 123 Candy Lane tax, delinquent tax, and it's $4,000 and you win that bid and you've got the tax lien, some of them just simply guarantee you, if you buy the tax lien, they guarantee you 12% return on your money. That's better than money in the stock market. Some of them are 18% return. So you need to look those things up. Chances are it's not in your area. There's only a few places to do it, but there's nothing stopping you. It's guaranteed money, right? But that's in a tax lien state, you buy the tax lien. Now here's where we need to teach you at a higher level. Okay. You buy a tax lien. That doesn't mean you have title to the property. It's just a lien against it. You're owed the money. The whole world knows that you're owed the money. But here's what you need to find out. You need to find out from your county, if I buy this tax lien or I own this tax lien, how long do I have to own the tax lien before legally, because they haven't paid me back, because the homeowner can pay you back your tax lien and pay whatever return on investment that you're guaranteed or whatever in your particular area. How long do I have to own the tax lien before I can legally file to do a tax deed sale? So if you're a tax lien state, it's basically kind of just one extra step. You buy the tax lien. Any investor that owns that tax lien can now, after they wait 12 months or 24 months, like in Florida where I live now, okay? In Florida, you buy the tax lien. So if I buy the tax lien, I own the tax lien on 123 Candy Lane. And I think they sell them in April. So that's where you need to find out, hey, when can I start buying these tax liens? Oh, we sell the tax liens on delinquent tax every year in March. You need to find out when it is. So you buy it in April. I own that tax lien in April. So in Florida, I have to wait 2 years. So if I bought this year in April, 123 Candy Lane, and now I own the tax lien in April of 2022, again, guaranteed money. I'm going to get my money back no matter what. I don't care who buys it. I don't care if the homeowner pays me off or the homeowner sells the house because they still have rights to the house. I'm getting paid at closing, right? That's why I kind of like it. But if I buy it in April of 2020, in April of 2022, I can go in and force a tax deed sale, basically saying, hey, they've had 2 years to pay me. I'm forcing a tax deed sale. That doesn't mean that I get the deed to the house. That's where this is different. Okay. That means I force a tax deed sale. I'm going to get my tax lien money and my return, which is good. But now I force a tax sale. So now everybody in town knows that 123 Candy Lane's up for tax sale because the homeowner didn't pay me. So that's the difference. Okay. So I just need you to understand the difference with the tax lien state. It's just an extra step and you can force that tax lien sale, but you should sincerely, like I said before, you should sincerely sit down to figure out what type of state you are. When do things get sold? Is there a redemption period? Does the homeowner have the right to pull the house back? Because the last thing I want you to do is win a house at tax deed auction and go, yeah, I got it for 40 grand and he's 10 grand in work. It's worth 100 or 120 at that point. And you go and fix it up. But there's a redemption period. The homeowner sees, wow, man, you fixed my house up. I'm going to go ahead and redeem my rights to grab the house back. You just fix up a house that they can steal back from you. So don't do that, right? So this is why I'm trying to educate you on this. It's my favorite niche of all time because the ones marching towards tax sale, the bank would have already foreclosed on it. So the ones that are severely behind, most of the time don't have big mortgages on them, which means that there's plenty of equity for me to strike a deal with a homeowner and be a solution for them, right? You just need to know the difference between a tax lien and a tax deed, and I'm trying to help you do that right now. So you need to go figure that out for your area so that you can base out your plan of attack and start attacking these delinquent leads the right way. If you've seen some other videos, you know the slant that we do that's light years ahead of the competition. And if you want more information on it, and hopefully it's crystal clear to you at this point why it's my favorite niche of all time, then just go to the number 2-day blueprint, 2dayblueprint.com. See what other people say about what we do. Schedule a call so that we can talk to you. We are not playing games when it comes to taking on a client and showing you how to take over your city 30 plus ways. So hopefully this educated you very well. Like, comment, share it. The more you tell us what you're looking for, the more you ask questions, the more we can help. The more you share it with other people, the more we're going to deliver more content to you. That's called a reciprocal relationship. So hopefully you guys get off this video and immediately go to your county and start finding out where you can get delinquent tax leads and finding out tax deed versus tax deed, how long, all those things, and then start to put the pieces in place to make this your favorite niche of all time. So, Jason Palliser signing off. I'll see you next time. Bye.